Greetings, all you wondrous ones out there in our wonderful world, planet Earth, Mama Gaia. My name is Darren Austin Hall, and I'm coming to you on this beauteous Saturday all the way from Costa Rica, which is my newfound home, to tell you about all the magic that's happening tomorrow on the winter solstice, the grand conjunction Jupiter and Saturn in 0 degrees Aquarius, and the time of our virtual festival, Gaia Awakening Virtual Festival for Planetary Healing. We'll be streaming this festival live from my page here, my artist page on Facebook, and a few other platforms. And we'll be kicking things off at 12:12 tomorrow Eastern Time from our space in Costa Rica, and we'll be starting with a sacred fire ritual. And we'll be guided into that as well by my wonderful friend Omrak, who's a Mayan shamaness, and she'll be also sharing some wisdom on connecting to the spirit world as we go through this collective portal together. And I'm very excited because we have a lot of beautiful visionary speakers who will be joining us throughout the day. Some dear friends who are with me here in Costa Rica, such as Christina Caliani, my friend Fern Olivia, Maiwa, and Stefan from Aluna Ritual Music. And we have a beautiful program for you of visionary talks, rituals, and of course we're also celebrating the release of my new double album, Honor All Creation, which has been a great work of art that Stefan and I have been co-creating this year for the 9 months since we began in March here holed up in Costa Rica in our jungle studio. And we're really excited to share this album. 22 songs, really about journey music, ceremonial music. And we'll be sharing 3 different virtual listening sessions tomorrow with really cool sacred art that we've created in graphic visualizers and a few of the music videos. And that will be happening all throughout, interspersed during the programming. And then we'll culminate with this wonderful global coherence meditation at 5:30 Eastern Time for half an hour, where Steph and I will play some beautiful healing frequencies that we've created, and I'll be guiding us through visioning a whole new world, a whole new planet as we enter into this Aquarian age of healing, of beautiful evolutionary paradigms. And then the end of the event will premiere the new music video for the song Gaia off the album. The album will be available starting tomorrow on Bandcamp and streaming on Spotify in the new year. So we're really excited. Please join us. This festival is free for all. Please spread the word. We're also fundraising for this beautiful organization called Tree Nation. Our fundraising link is already up. You can donate to our Gaia Awakening Forest, and every dollar donated equals a tree being planted at some of these sites around the world. And this is really important work because as we reforest the world, we're really just expanding the consciousness of the earth. And for me, this is what this virtual festival is all about, and what the album is all about. Is about how we're pivoting into this era of awakening right now, where we're awakening to the beauty of our home planet, how extraordinary Mother Earth is, and how extraordinary nature is. And all the adversities that we've been going through in 2020 have been bringing us into what some indigenous elders have called this sacred pause, where we finally had an opportunity to really slow down, to be more rather than doing more. And this is always the fount of spiritual wisdom, is when we actually allow ourselves to just be and allow that natural reflection of our awareness to go into that deeper consciousness that's beyond the mind and the body, that enwraps all that we are, the soul. Plato literally called the soul this field of influence, which mirrors a lot of what shamanic and indigenous cultures say. We are on an energetic soul level. And this year has been truly a gift. It's truly been a gift of harrowing initiation, where a lot of us have come to new visions about what we want to do in the world, but it's also been a time of great suffering, and we hold in our hearts all those who have suffered in this pandemic. But this pandemic is also an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to really reevaluate our relationship with the earth. As Dave Kershane, the Anishinaabe elder, wrote today in an editorial in the Globe and Mail, he really sees, along with many other indigenous elders, that the reason COVID has happened is because of a weakening of the ecology of the planet. We're seeing more animals stressed as we encroach on their ecosystems, and their own immune systems are starting to become so weak that they are starting to be vulnerable to all kinds of new diseases and illnesses which they are transferring to us. And of course, humanity is dealing with the fact that we have really exiled ourselves from natural law, from living in alignment with nature for eons now, centuries if not millennia. And you see that in the modern lifestyle that we live. We're living very lives of poor health. We're not eating right. We're not really treating our bodies honorably. We've toxified our urban centers that we live in with lots of pollution. And we're truly living in a very weakened state. And a lot of that has to do with our imbalance with nature. So the album that I've created is actually a lot of odes to Mother Earth about erecting this kind of eco-spiritual perspective to integrate into the environmental crisis, because it's my belief that what the indigenous bring to us is that really powerful, even feeling meaning about really connecting to Mother Earth in this deep and meaningful way. And this is something that goes beyond the inconvenient truths of all the stats and all the doomsaying that we now know as we've pushed the ecology of the planet to such a state of imbalance. But we're now realizing that we have this whole other texture to bring to this crisis of really falling in love with Mother Earth in the wonder of her natural world, realizing all this beauty is her truth. As John Lam Lash, the great contemporary Gnostic, has said, it is truly the beauty of Mother Earth that is the way that she enriches our lives. And I've been really blessed to be in Costa Rica all of this year, really bridling to all of this natural beauty. And a lot of these themes are on the album, which will be coming out tomorrow, and we'll be touching upon a lot of this tomorrow at the virtual fest. So I'm going to keep it short. You know me, I like to be very long-winded, but I really hope that you'll join us on the virtual fest starting tomorrow at 12:12 Eastern Time. We'll be going for about 6 or 7 hours with all the different activities. You can see the link here just in the text, and you can see the elements and the schedule there right now, and you can look through all the wonderful things that we'll be offering. So I hope you'll join us and listen to the album, and please go to my YouTube channel if you type in DarrenAustinHall.com or Darren Austin Hall in YouTube, and you can find the new video for We Are Gaian, and a spoken word anthem about inspiring us to an identity universally as children of the earth. Hope to see you tomorrow. It's a big shift point that we're going through. The last time we've seen such a galactic kind of alignment, as many have called it, is maybe 800 years ago, 700 to 800 years ago, which was the dawning of a Renaissance era in the West. So is this perhaps a new era of Renaissance where we're going to see all these integrations of arts and sciences in a more unitive perspective? I truly believe so, and I believe the common ground for that perspective is a re-honoring and reverence for nature, and realizing that she, Mother Earth, is the teacher of all the great wisdoms, whether scientific, philosophical, spiritual, that we have the honor to receive and to work with and to explore. So I hope that we can be inspired to truly see that tomorrow, and to really honor that we're entering into this portal. And as many of the great ancients have prophesied, including the ancient Gnostics, we are now entering into a phase of life on the planet where Gaia herself, the living consciousness that is the planetary Mother Earth, she is actually going through a process of awakening herself. This really contextualizes the whole idea of the legendary idea of ascension, which is very popular in New Age circles. It's really she that is awakening, that she is ascending, waking up from a long slumber. And it's said, the Gnostic said, that she's actually waking up in the dream of her reality. We're actually living in her dream, as the Australian Aboriginals say. And as she wakes up, we wake up too, because we have this beautiful symbiotic relationship. So it's a truly exciting time. The total solar eclipse that we just recently went through, I called it the Cosmic Sweat Lodge. We really went through a rite of purification there on the level of consciousness, and there's a real levity and lightness that I've been feeling on the planet, and my connection to all my guides. It's been really flowing, and a lot of seeds of ideas and visions are blossoming within all of us right now. This is an extraordinary time to celebrate. The winter solstice has traditionally been one of the most powerful times of the year. In some cultures, it is literally the new year, the beginning of a new cycle. And why the winter solstice is so profound is because in northern latitudes, it's when the sun appears farthest from us. It's the longest day of the holy darkness, as the Welsh poet Dylan Thomas would call it. But it's also the time when the sun starts to pivot back and start to make its voyage back to the earth, to then climax in the splendor of the summer solstice. So this signifies also the death and the rebirth of the sun, which harkens to the eternity of all of us in this beautiful universe, the eternity of our souls, of our spiritual nature. So it's a great time to celebrate the resilience of our radiance, the resilience of our soul power. And we've been going through such a dark night of the soul this year, this collective initiation. And through the sweetness of this adversity, we've been really discovering incredible strengths and powers that would not have been truly awakened if not for these kinds of evolutionary stressors that we've been facing. And this winter solstice is a time to celebrate that journey. We've literally taking a moment to take stock of what we've endured, to celebrate our strength, to remember those who have fallen, hold them in our hearts, let their lives not be in vain, and to take a giant leap forward in this new cycle, this new galactic cycle, this perhaps heralding of the Aquarian age, a time of unity, a time of humanity, and starting to truly use our imaginative powers of vision, to start to really vision the world that we all want to create together as sovereign divine beings, divinely ordained, divinely birthed. This is our birthright, and this is our time. And we're really excited tomorrow to share a lot of these inspiring nodes with you at our virtual fest. So please join the fest. Please share with others. Share the Tree Nation link. Go and donate. We want to raise about $5,000 to plant 5,000 trees. It's going to be a very glorious day. And I'm looking so forward to sharing my new album, Honor All Creation, with you as it dawns tomorrow as well, with some of the music videos we'll be launching throughout the day. It's going to be a very blessed opportunity to come together in virtual community, celebrate the Earth, celebrate our galaxy, celebrate universal truth and unity. I'm so excited to do all of this with you tomorrow, starting a new age. May we be infinitely blessed. May we live by the heart, and may Spirit reign over us with wisdom and truth. Many blessings and much love to you.